under the heavens, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to uproot, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to tear down, and a time to build, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. So let's celebrate her life just like she wanted us to.
This was hard for me, so just bear with me, bear with me. Just want to say, Grandma, we miss you. Your family here loves you so much, and we will remember you always. But we won't let the memory of you fade from us. And I wish I would have made more memories with you, but now I'm forced to reminisce. And writing this brought about mixed emotions. Those of sadness and those of joy. And my sister quoted a scripture from Ecclesiastes, and it speaks of, to everything there is a season, a time and a purpose under heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. And right now, I believe we're in this time of sadness and a time of mourning. And next will be a time of healing, a time to reminisce, and a time to laugh. Now, for those who get to know my grandma well, I want to tell you a little bit about her from my lenses. And all these memories and people talking, I'm going to freestyle a little bit and talk about my grandma. I call her grandma, my other grandkids call her grandmother. And she said, I'm going to let you call me grandma. I want you to call me grandmother, but you can call me grandma. And as a kid, I grew up on the East Coast, and I just remember my grandma coming to see me. I was either in Virginia or Georgia, and she was, I guess, truck driving at the time or something like that, and she came and saw me. You said what? Yeah, I thought that was so cool. I'm like, Grandma, what you doing here, It was crazy. I'm like, Grandma, what you doing here? But it was cool, It was cool. And me trying to recall all my memories of my grandma, and I was at the park, and I saw some birds, and I thought about it. I said, it's kind of like that enthusiastic kid when he's at the park. He sees some birds, and he tries to run and catch them, but he never could catch them. So I struggled to recall all my memories of her. So I was just trying to think about everything we talked about and done together. And I wish I would have documented them more, took more pictures, recorded more, videos. But I'm gonna do my best to relate some of my memories I've had of her. A lot of my memories with her is really just me and her lounging around in her apartment, talking, spending countless hours just conversing about life, her giving me a preview, basically a brief glimpse into her past, letting me know how things were back there, how Mom and Uncle Ty used to be. I heard a lot of stories about you guys when you were younger, and I just remember how thoughtful and kind Grandma was. She would always call me and ask me how I was doing. And she used to always ask me, "Are you done with school yet? You graduated yet?" And me embarrassingly said, "No, not yet, Grandma, not yet." She always called me and asked me how I was doing. And I know for a fact she did that with her other grandkids. Davina said it. I know she was calling Caprice Nari, Raina, Cartier, everybody. She was calling TJ, asking y'all how y'all was doing. And I just remember, Grandma being a youth sports fan, we talked about it, a big Lakers fan, Serena Williams fan, golf fan, talk about sports all day. And I'm kind of mad that the Lakers couldn't give her a good season before she left, but it's all right. I just remember also cooking with Grandma. She was the most organized person I've ever met. We spoke on that. She had a little cookbook and she was ready to go. And that gets me remembering how bossy Grandma was. Grandma was bossy, man. But she was good at it, right? She was good at being bossy. Like, she'll let you know what she wants you to do, and she'll give you everything you need to know so you can do it. Crisp, clean instructions. And I like her personality like that because I'm like, man, I know if the cards were stacked different, she could be like the CEO for a Fortune 500 company. Yeah. Something like, she was just so on point with it. And I'm like, I really like that about her. And that just persona, that, tell it like it is attitude she had and directness that she had, it kind of reminded me of my dad. So that's why I attached to it so much. That's how my dad is. So me moving to California at 18 and going to visit my grandma and then moving to Riverside, being with her more, she reminded me of my pops and how he used to act. So really it was just a breath of fresh air being around her. And I kind of want to close with this scripture in Ecclesiastes, and it goes like this. So I perceive that nothing is better than a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his heritage. For who can bring him to see what will happen after him? I want to say Grandma lived a wonderful life. And sure, she had her challenges, but we all will in due time. Nevertheless, she lived a meaningful life. There's about 15 of us in here. We wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for her. So, without her, I wouldn't be here. She's survived by 2 wonderful children. And I know she rejoiced in y'all. My mom, Uncle Ty, you guys are her heritage. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, she rejoiced in you too. She talked about y'all, she loved y'all without a shadow of a doubt, and y'all know that. I don't have to say it. I know she was happy about what you guys accomplished in your life. You've done well, you blessed her with so many grandchildren. 7 was the count, I don't remember the count, but so many grandchildren. And her grandchildren is now blessing her with great-grandchildren, or blessed her with great-grandchildren. So we are who she rejoiced in, And we are her heritage. We are her legacy. And she had a profound impact in our lives, and I'm confident that she rejoiced in that, and I'm confident that she knew that. And the scripture says, who can bring him back to see what will happen after him? Meaning that rejoice in your works, because who can, after you're gone, bring you back to show you what happened after you left? But I just want you to know, Grandma, we are good. Even though she can't come back to see our progression in the coming decades, I know for a fact she knew that we would be good, and that she left us with a strong heritage and a heritage of family ties, so that if one of us falls, then there will be someone to pick them up. I just want to end it with this, so Grandma, we good.
Amen.